How does it feel when someone pretends to be who they are not? And how does it affect how you view them? Hi friends, today I want us to talk about being authentic, what it means, and how to be authentic. I'll start us off with a story. Last month, we went out for a meal with some friends in a restaurant. A few minutes later, I see a Mzungu walking with an African lady, and I was seated somewhere strategically that I could see everything that was happening. And then some minutes later, these two are joined by a lady who seemed to be in her 20s. And from what I could tell, it was the first time this young lady was meeting the Mzungu. And the African lady, the one who walked in first, I think was the mom to this young girl. And this was just me joining dots, but I think I was doing a pretty good job at it. After they were all settled in, it was time to order. And food came in, and it was a fork and knife engagement. It was such a struggle for the two ladies to eat while the Mzungu was almost clearing his plate. I chose to focus on the young lady because the mom was facing in a direction that I could only see her back, so my focus was on that young lady. And man, did she switch the fork and knife from one hand to another. Anyway, to cut the long story short, the lady didn't eat a lot of the food, so the waiter who was tending to them came and packed the leftover for her. So she ended up carrying a lot of food as packed food. I was so invested in this story because it reflected me at some point. I didn't grow up with that kind of eating setup, forks and knives. So I truly related to what she was going through at that time. Anytime I was faced with fork and knife situations, I would get so worked up. It was so bad I would end up eating what I could with a fork and leave the rest of the food. Well, not that I am claiming that I am now very good at it, but I'm saying that nowadays I'm very honest with myself. I am honest enough to ditch these two if they trouble me and eat the rest of the food with my hands or a spoon, whatever makes me comfortable, especially if it's something like chicken. I will just end up taking it and eating it with my own hands, like using my hands. And this is what it means to be authentic, standing for what aligns with you as a person and your values as well. It means you don't settle for something good or bad for the sake of impressing people. And of course, even as you stand your ground, there is a wise way of approaching it so that you are always respectful while doing it. But in a situation where it's like an open forum and people are allowed to voice their opinions on different topics, please feel free and always take your stand to share what is in your heart, to share what you feel in a way that is respectful, in a way that does not hurt other people. That is how you stand out to be an authentic person. I'll give a few illustrations to show us how sometimes we lack authenticity. Sometimes we fail to ask questions when something is not clear to us. And so some people jump into action, doing something that might end up to be wrong just because they don't want to ask questions and seem stupid or slow to their colleagues. So you end up not asking the right questions or even not asking questions at all, just so that you can jump into an action and end up doing it so badly. Sometimes we do favors for people just so that we can retain some friendships, things that we wouldn't even do for our own selves, That is a way of not being authentic, not being true to who you are. Another classic is faking things like accents. I'll give you a story. I worked in a call center at some point, and on the first day of, getting to do the calls, I was so shocked. People had accents, you guys, like Africans having American accents. And I was like, this is the day I am going to lose the job because clearly I cannot speak like this. And yeah, that was very interesting and very shocking for me to see. But there are people who did it so naturally. There are people who it came so easily for them. Yeah, but for me, I just resulted to speaking normally. Another example is that some people fake to hit it off with people because they need favors from them or they need something from them. So you end up pretending like you are getting along with someone just so that you can get something from them. Of course, these are just a few examples. There are a whole other lot of things that people do that show that they are not authentic. Honestly speaking, I admire the Gen Zs. They are so real for their own good. They ask questions that sometimes might even embarrass them, but they ask it with a genuine desire to know the answer. It's quite a challenge even for us, for the older generations. We have to master the guts to be authentic with ourselves. Being authentic does more good for us than harm. When you are real with yourself, you don't have to worry about putting up different facades because you only show what you have and who you are. Being authentic builds trust with people. We normally open up to people who are open to us, people who open up themselves, because we know that these people will actually give us their honest opinions when it comes to things. So it's easy to build trust with someone who is authentic. Being authentic helps you establish integrity even at work, and it does such a good thing for you because people even trust you for things that are a bit sensitive at work, and at the end of the day it works even for your major success. It's like a step up for you for success. Being authentic frees you. I think it's so hard to be fake. It's so hard to try to be something that you're not, right? I'm challenging you to be authentic today. Give people the real you. We know that people will always have something to say about someone. So while at it, I mean, why not give them the real you so that they judge you for your real self, not something that you are not. Don't pretend to like things that you would not even gravitate towards if you were alone. Don't say or do things that stress you up just so that you can fit in. Be real. Always present the real you so that it can even give people that opportunity to call out the real weaknesses that you have, that you can start working on, and also call out the strengths, your actual strengths, not strengths that are based on a fake facade. Give people that opportunity to be honest with the real person, Be real with people so that they can judge the real person. I hope this video challenges you to do life authentically and to be real with yourself, to present your real self, because for sure thinking about this topic got me reflecting on the times that I wasn't real with myself, the times that I haven't been authentic with myself. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe in case you haven't, and see you in one of my other videos. Bye.